All right, guys, you know what this is. This is another random scoop and go. I'm roughly about 60 or so miles away from where I'm at. And we went ahead and grabbed from that inside bend there. We took a little bit down there. We're going to go home and run it on the Gold Cube. I'll catch you there. All right, guys. We made her back home with our inside bend bucket. We're going to go ahead and do all the hard work here, get it all classified out, and then we're going to run her back over there on the Gold Cube. Here we go. All right, there's our muck. We're going to go ahead and take our 1/8 inch classifier today, right here. And we're going to go ahead, toss that booger in here with some warm water and get her all washed up. Then it's off to the Gold Cube. All right, off to the first scoop here. There we go, got that in there. Look at that muck. All right, that looks juicy. This is a perfect time to tell you guys, if you're not subscribed yet, please be sure to subscribe. Share this video with a friend. And be sure to hit that notification button. And if you like today's video, please be sure to share that like. We would definitely appreciate it. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Hey guys, all the hard work is done. I took this down another step past the 1/8. I call this basically like a canning strainer. So it's a little smaller than the 1/8. And that way all the tiny little pebbles, I went through them all real quick with a pan. No pickers in there, so we're going to go ahead get started on that Gold Cube. And also, we got ourselves a friendo. He'll be here real soon. Alright, so once again, we got ourselves about 1/4 of a bowl. We're going to go back over it with our traditional spoon. And we're about to get started here real quick like. And here we go, our first scoop going on in. Alright, let's see what we got. I'll come back to you as soon as we see some flakes. So guys, I had some decent stone in there that looked pretty gosh darn cool. We're going to have a gander at some of these and those with the Alone Fire once again. And I tell you what guys, this thing has never ceased to amaze. So again, the area that I was at was a drainage spot, like a culvert. And this was about 80 yards from that culvert. And you can tell that the embankment had got washed out in the midst of the massive rains that we've had. And I just went ahead and grabbed up whatever it deposited on the opposite side of the embankment. And that was stones and all. And this is that result. So that wasn't too bad. A lot of beautiful stones. This area is commonly known for copper. So I was kind of hoping to see some. I didn't see anything that looked like it was some of the stuff that would carry copper. So, but so far we're looking at black sands in there, and it's washing out pretty good. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully we get some shiny. Alright guys, just an update over here. We're about halfway through it. I got Brando here with me. He's just going to go ahead and kind of hang tight. Back's not doing so hot today, so you're going to just watch me do all the hard work. Yeah. Alright guys, we're still going strong over here. Nothing except for the one flake that I just picked out not that long ago. So hopefully we got some micro stuff down here in the bottom. And we'll see that here in just a moment. Alright guys, we finally came down to the bottom of the barrel. It's all sitting in the Gold Cube. We're going to let this run for a little bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and see what's in the mini mat and tray 1. So sadly, this one was kind of sort of a loser. So we got this one guy right here that you see in the center. And a square little jobby. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tiny little micro colors. Out of all of that mess. So this piece is a bit of a strange one. It does have striations on it, And it does appear it has been released from a chunk of gold or a chunk of quartz. So this one will be put in a unique little container for our unique little bits that I find. Otherwise, some of these ones are, like I said before, they're very small. It's a sad day today, but any gold is good gold. We'll take it. So there we have it, guys. It's going to be added to our little teeny weeny bits that we've been collecting now for the last couple weeks. So I did want to point out before we move on to all the awesome stones is that this area appears to have what would be called, I do believe, called silver lead galena. And I will be keeping this material separate from everything else, and I'll be melting this separately to see if whether or not I can extract the silver from these sands. So there we have it, guys. There's that lead silver galena. This stuff here is very interesting. As you see, it's not quite out of all the silica that was in there. But the lead silver galena, as it states, it does have a little bit of silver in it. It just takes a little bit of cupelling after you melt this to get the silver to come out. So this also is well worth picking out should you start seeing it. And the best description I can give you about galena is it looks legit like a shiny silver. You see it derived in quartz, granite. Sometimes you see it in marbles, but it's definitely something you want to pick up. And good morning, everybody. It is the next day. I'm just kind of waking up. I was up till, gosh, almost daylight. About 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. Trying to get things done here in the shop. I've been playing catch up, getting all the material that we've been running, which is quite a bit. Well, we ain't done yet. I got a little bit in there, but that's going to be for another episode. But we're going to go ahead and kind of talk more about silver lead galena. And I have yet to show you guys those awesome stones that I just picked up yesterday with that unfortunate bucket from our random scoop and go. So right now I'm going to go ahead and go through those, what silver galena is, and the importance of you guys grabbing it. So this is one of the pieces that we found that we were super lucky to get our hands on one of our digs up north, and this is lead silver galena. And it's super dense, super heavy. And how we found this was we were digging out in a bunch of granite, some quartz-bearing granite. And this was stuck between two big old crystals. And we had taken it all home. The whole boulder was roughly about 150 pounds. We carefully worked the crystals and this beautiful chunk out from between it. It's super dense, and this is my first time actually ever hitting this and seeing exactly how much she weighs. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. She's in grams. Let's see what she's got. About 32.55 grams. So that's pretty cool. Now, galena can come in several forms, and it depends on its purity. Like this one here is super dense, super heavy, and I guarantee this one's probably got quite a bit of silver in it. So this is that host rock that it was kind of stuck to. And as you see, there's a little bit of it right there, and you see all the beautiful formica that's coming off from the host. And these crystals were pretty good sized. They were roughly about the width of my fist, and they were absolutely beautifully tourmalated. So And there was bits of black tourmaline too that were in that. So there's one form of that. Then we got another here that I wanted to show off real quick. Now this one is an oddity. Because not only does it have galena, but this has got bits and pieces of calico pyrite. As you see, those little gold flecks in there. But deep inside this material, Brando and I turned around and cut it open, and we were finding good-sized cubes of galena that was in it, and it was a silver gold color. And on a separate day that I went out there solo, I decided to take my detector to this area and had walked that creek bed quite a ways and discovered something that was absolutely amazing. That there is a chunk of what appears to be was silver slag. And it's heavy as all get out. I mean, it's a good sized piece. And the other piece I turned around and gave to a friend to go ahead and melt down for me. And that one is right there. And that is roughly 10 ounces of pure silver after he took all the impurities out of it. There was a bunch of that in the bottom of this. You see there, it's very, you see it came in contact with the ground. That was super cool. That was in that same area. And on the very following day, I turned around and returned and found this guy hanging out with some black sands. Right there is a decent copper nugget. This was another piece that we discovered along our way. This here appears to have galena in it, and it could very well have zircon. There's a little yellow crystal that sits right there, if you can see it. It's so super tiny, I had to get out a jeweler's loupe to get in to see it. Now these two, like I said in the previous segments, this is basically how we were finding some of these stones. And this is also a copper derivative, and it's got bits of copper ore sitting in there. And get it to focus up in there. You see a nice little bit that sits in there. This here was a beautiful find that we discovered just outside the Dells, just hiding away in some nasty mud. And this here is smithenite, which is another sulfate. Just super cool. And look at the beautiful crystals that it grows in there. And if you look real close, you'll see almost center of your screen, there's that galena again. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those cool minerals that I pulled aside from the Scoop and Go. And today we're going to do it again with the Alone Fire H42. This is a 3 LED high intensity shortwave UV light. It takes, once again, three they are 18650 rechargeable lithium batteries, and this also comes with a charger option that you can take. It's C to C, and this sucker only takes about an hour or so to fully recharge, and it's got roughly about, oh gosh, I'd have to say about a 4 to 6 hour, I think, depending on, yeah, about 4 to 6 hours is what we had on it before we killed it dead. So we're going to go ahead and head on down here and have a gander at some of these minerals. Alright guys, let's have a gander. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? The beautiful pinks in there. That's a unique one. And all these guys here started popping up everywhere. Look at all these. Absolutely stunning. These have got some hues of green in it. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And this guy here, boy, did that sucker light up. And let me show you what they look like in the light. And there you guys have it. These are the stones that I just showed you. Most of them are, I think, a granite. That one's a nice, beautiful piece of quartz that was out there. Like I said, most of them just look very, just nonchalant. You wouldn't even expect them to have any kind of fluorescent activity whatsoever. A lot of them are kind of dense. This guy here appears to be some kind of an iron, and it could very well, them pink hues and the orange ones that I'm seeing in there could be something embedded in it. But some of them are agates. I got a beautiful little piece right there, and then I got one that sits over here in the corner. Where did I just see it? I got one that's got some very beautiful rings that sits along the edges of it. Oh gosh, I must have put that, right here she is. Beautiful little rings that's sitting in there. And I'll probably turn around and tumble that a little bit. But there you guys have it. So it's always good to go through all your stones, pick out the ones that look really neat, and it's good to kind of keep one of these guys around with you. And thank you guys for sticking around until the end. Brando and I will be closely monitoring all of this, all of our favorite areas to watch that water level to see if she'll go down. But as it just turned around and said, they're going to have more rains coming our way, and it's going to be a little bit before we can get out to some of our favorite locations. But don't fear, we're going to have other areas. We're going to probably pick out some more random scoop and goes and run them over here on the Gold Cube. So if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. If you like today's video, please leave a like. And if you wish to, you feel free to comment. We do answer your questions. And definitely hit that notification button. We are definitely going to be having some rough times, but we're going to have good content for you guys. So until next time, guys, this is William with the Rockhound Channel saying, I'll see you out there.